What you're about to hear is exactly why WWE fans are furious right now because nothing, and I mean nothing, made sense this week. The Rock and Randy Orton didn't just attack Cody Rhodes, they destroyed him like he was never supposed to finish his story in the first place. And if that wasn't bad enough, someone thought it was a good idea to put Brock Lesnar in the ring with Oba Femi, a decision that might go down as one of the biggest mistakes in recent WWE history. And wait, Ricochet? Fired? Just like that? Are we watching storytelling or a complete meltdown behind the scenes? Tell me right now in the comments, is WWE cooking something genius or completely losing control? Because what happened next only made things worse. Cody Rhodes walked into this moment carrying everything, his legacy, his promise, and the weight of finally finishing the story. The crowd was behind him. The momentum was real. It felt like WWE had finally chosen their guy. And then it all collapsed. The lights hit. The energy shifted. And before Cody could even process what was happening, The Rock appeared. Not a tease. Not a distraction.
Not a stare down. An attack.
A brutal, calculated, no-mercy assault that immediately flipped the entire atmosphere. Fans didn't even have time to react before it got worse, because out of nowhere, Randy Orton joined in. Let that sink in. Not to help Cody, but to destroy him. Two of the biggest names in WWE history, teaming up to take out the one man fans believed in.
Why?
What did Cody do to deserve this? Drop your answer below. Is Cody being punished, or is this the setup for something even bigger? Orton didn't hesitate. That cold, calculated look in his eyes? You already knew what was coming. The Viper doesn't strike unless there's a reason, and this felt personal. The stomps, the precision, the complete lack of hesitation. Meanwhile, The Rock wasn't just attacking, he was sending a message. Every punch felt like a statement. Every move screamed dominance. Cody tried to fight back. Of course he did. That's who he is. That's why fans respect him. But this wasn't a fight. It was a beatdown. A systematic destruction of a man who was supposed to be the future. And the crowd?
Stunned.
Because no one expected this level of betrayal and violence. Let's talk about it, because this is where things get interesting. Why would Randy Orton align with The Rock? Think about it. These are two men who don't need each other. Two legends who operate on their own terms. So if they're working together, it means one thing. Cody Rhodes is a bigger threat than we realized. Or WWE doesn't want him on top. Which one do you believe? Drop it in the comments. Now here's where the situation goes from shocking to outright confusing. Because while fans were still trying to process Cody getting destroyed, WWE decided to give us something that made people question everything. Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. On paper? Sounds like a dream match. Reality? It might have been a disaster waiting to happen. Let's be real for a second. Brock Lesnar is a different breed. A once-in-a-generation athlete. A destroyer. A man who doesn't just win matches, he ends careers. But Oba Femi? He's rising. He's powerful. He's dominant in his own right. But putting him against Brock right now? That's not just risky. That's dangerous booking. And fans noticed it immediately. The match started, and you could feel the tension. Not the good kind. The kind where you're wondering who thought this was a good idea. Because Brock came in like he always does, explosive, aggressive, overwhelming. Oba tried to stand his ground. He showed strength. He showed resilience. But Brock doesn't care about momentum. He doesn't care about potential. He doesn't care about the future. He cares about one thing: dominance. And that's exactly what he showed. Suplex after suplex. Power move after power move. The kind of offense that makes you question whether the other guy should even be in the ring. Oba fought back. But was it enough? Or was this just WWE sacrificing a rising star for a moment? Be honest. Did this match help Oba Femi or hurt him? Here's the bigger issue. If Oba loses badly, he looks weak. If Brock struggles, he looks human. So what's the goal here? Because right now, it feels like WWE put themselves in a no-win situation. And fans? They're not happy. But just when you thought things couldn't get more chaotic, Ricochet.
Let's talk about it.
One of the most athletic, high-flying, jaw-dropping performers WWE has ever had. A guy who can do things in the ring that most superstars wouldn't even attempt. And suddenly, he's gone? Fired? No clear explanation. No proper send-off. No respect for what he's brought to the table.
Just gone.
And fans are asking the same question.
Why?
Was it creative issues? Backstage politics? Or is WWE making room for something bigger? Because let's be honest, Ricochet isn't just talent. He's unique. You don't just replace someone like that. And here's where things get even more interesting. What if this isn't the end? What if Ricochet being fired is actually part of something bigger? A return? A reinvention? Or a move to another company that will make WWE regret everything? Drop your prediction now. Where do you think Ricochet is headed next? Now, let's connect all the dots. Cody Rhodes gets destroyed by The Rock and Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar is thrown into a questionable match with Oba Femi. Ricochet possibly out of WWE. This isn't random. This feels like a shift. A major one. Because when legends start taking over and rising stars start disappearing, you have to ask yourself, is WWE resetting everything? Maybe Cody's fall is just the beginning of a darker story. Maybe Brock is being positioned as an unstoppable force again. Maybe Ricochet's exit is opening the door for new faces or shocking returns. But one thing is clear. WWE is changing.
Fast.
And not everyone is going to survive that change. Not Cody. Not Oba. Not Ricochet. Maybe not even some of your favorites. So where does that leave us? With questions. With frustration. With anticipation. Because as messy as things feel right now, you can't look away. Let me ask you something real quick. If you were booking this, would you have Rock and Orton destroy Cody like that? Or would you protect him at all costs? Because right now it feels like WWE made a statement. And that statement is, no one is safe. Cody Rhodes might have been the chosen one yesterday, but today, he's just another target. And if The Rock and Randy Orton are working together, who's next? Who else is on that list? And more importantly, who's going to stop them? Because right now, nobody looks ready. And that's exactly why you need to stay locked in. Because if this week proved anything, it's that WWE is willing to shock you, frustrate you, and completely flip the script when you least expect it. So don't go anywhere. Hit that like button if you're still trying to process all this madness. Subscribe to Ring Rumble if you want the real breakdowns, the real reactions, and the real conversations. And most importantly, drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Was Cody Rhodes buried or built up? Did Brock versus Oba Femi make any sense? And is Ricochet really gone? Or is this just the beginning? Because trust me, this story, it's far from over.